Jake Paul bounced back from his first loss with yet another win over a retired MMA fighter. He scored a unanimous decision victory against Nate Diaz. But Diaz went the distance in his first pro boxing fight, and he had Paul in trouble toward the end. So, did Paul really win?
Sure, yeah, there's this like pressure off, and I know that I'm meant to be here, and I did exactly what I said I was gonna do, which is when I lost, I came back and got better and showed the world how to lose on the biggest stage and come back and then win on the biggest stage. And it just goes to show for anyone out there that's losing, it may be a boxing match or maybe in life, take the L on the chin, get up the next day and get back.
Paul's rise to infamy has been fast and large. The former YouTuber had worked his way through a series of MMA champions before losing a split decision to Tommy Fury in what was Paul's first fight against a semi-pro boxer. The 26-year-old was looking for a comeback victory over a big name, and everyone thought Paul might go after a boxer to get his championship dreams back on track. Instead, he chose the 38-year-old former UFC star Nate Diaz, who had never boxed professionally before in his life. Paul didn't think he'd be competitive. He wasn't even trying to hide it.
He's gonna come in swinging, doing the dumb that he does. I'm gonna weather the storm and knock him the out. Simple and plain. He's never been hit. He's never been hit by someone like me. He's never been hit by someone like me. I promise you that.
To garner more heat, Paul turned heel, while Diaz did what Diaz does best: unintentional comedy with schoolyard sledges. And to up the ante, Paul challenged Diaz to an MMA bout.
I think he's a bully.
Why do you think he's a bully?
Well, I'm not a bully. He's a bully.
Jake, why is he a bully?
He throws water bottles at innocent people, chokes them out in the streets, talks a lot of and I'm gonna bully the bully. Yeah, boo yourselves. After I you up in boxing, I'm coming to MMA and I'm you up worse. I'm gonna choke your bitch ass out. Accept the offer, pussy, but you won't. You won't accept the offer.
While Diaz was unfazed by Paul's pre-fight antics, it seems his entourage, who have a reputation for skirmishes with opposing teams, weren't. They got into a serious altercation with Paul's crew on stage and had to be separated. The circus continued at the weigh-ins, where Diaz came in at a career-high 185 pounds, or 84 kilos. Previously, the heaviest he had weighed in for a fight was 170 pounds, or 77 kilos. He looked soft. Comparatively, Paul was clearly the larger and more powerful man. Combined with his experience and training, you'd think Diaz should have been worried, but he wasn't, and Paul was left playing the heel again.
Hey, shout out to everybody for the love and support. Appreciate everybody coming out. With love. And no matter how the fight goes, let's don't forget, this motherfucker can't really fight.
Man, they've been saying Nate's tough. Nate's a dog. Nate's a dog. Well, guess what, Ariel? Tomorrow, I'm dog walking that bitch. I'm putting him back on a leash, and I'm sending him back to the cage.
It looked like Paul was telling the truth. He dropped Diaz in round 1, and then again in round 5. But is it a Diaz fight without Diaz getting rocked a few times?
You know, like I hit a couple shots I didn't see, and that pissed me off, but I wasn't surprised. I expect that with everybody.
Yeah, look, my motor was running hot, and I was punching him hard and hard and hard, and he wasn't going down. He was standing there, and so I didn't want to burn out and then let him catch a wind and come back with something.
As usual, Diaz got better as the fight went on, but he knew he'd lost, so he put Paul in a guillotine choke to remind everyone of what he could do in a real fight.
Remember Logan Paul in Orleans? You know what I'm saying? No problem. This is not a real fight to be talking to me like that. This is a boxing competition. So that's what I meant by he can't really fight.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's what I expected, right? Like, that's what he's known for. I don't know how he survived the first round, but he's a dog, and I walk the dog.
What's next for both men should be obvious. Paul has signed on with the PFL to compete in their yet-to-debut pay-per-view Superfight MMA cards. Diaz is a free agent looking for a new home and more money. And this bout was co-promoted by his Real Fight Inc. and Paul's Most Valuable Promotions. They can clearly co-promote, and they've both just made more money from this one fight than in any other fight they've ever had. A rematch in the PFL Smart Cage should be a no-brainer. In the co-main with its polar opposite vibe, Amanda Serrano outpointed her longtime friend and former sparring partner Heather Hardy to retain the undisputed featherweight title. But it was the news she announced before the bout that has people talking.
Well, I am officially signed to the PFL company, and I'm proud to be part of great talented in that company, as well as Jake Paul, so I'm excited to be part of the PFL family.
The guaranteed first ballot future Hall of Famer has previously competed in MMA and is undefeated from the 3 professional bouts she took in 2018. During that time, she also won a submission grappling tournament in New York, so she should be an exciting addition to the PFL roster. In other boxing news, Anthony Joshua's August 12th rematch with Dillian White has been canceled due to White testing positive for a banned substance. Eddie Hearn quickly announced his replacement, Robert Helenius, who in his last fight was knocked out cold by the man AJ wants next, former WBC champ Deontay Wilder. But is a late notice fight a good idea? The last time Joshua accepted a late replacement fighter after a drug incident was when he was set to defend 3 of the heavyweight titles against Jarrell Miller. That was until Miller popped for every banned substance under the sun. Andy Ruiz stepped in on short notice and stopped Joshua in 7 to take the belts. So AJ needs to beware. And staying with the heavyweights, Francis Ngannou has found himself a secret weapon in his seemingly impossible quest to topple the WBC and lineal champion Tyson Fury. In the former UFC champion's corner for the October event in Saudi Arabia will be none other than Mike Tyson, one of the most fearsome heavyweight champions in history.
That gives you an idea what's going to happen.
Tyson was a compact pressure fighter known for his speed, head, and footwork, as well as his punching power. In terms of boxing, the massive Ngannou is known for his power, and that's about it. What Tyson can do to help get Ngannou ready for one of the greatest heavyweights of this or any other generation is anyone's guess. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.